My name's Rob, and for the next 3 months I'll be backpacking through Central and Southeast Asia, meeting old friends and making new ones along the way. And I'm filming it all so I can take you there too.
So here I am, about to leave for 3 months, checking off Thailand, Laos, Nepal, India. I am stoked. And since I live all the way down in New Zealand, any travel starts with a long plane ride.
My first stop was the beautiful Lanta. After a quick pick-me-up, I started to explore the island. I'd never ridden a scooter before, but it turned out to be one of the easiest things in the world. Given the low cost and the flexibility they offer, it's a skill well worth learning. Khao Magao is supposedly the largest cave network on the island, discovered by 2 children a couple of decades ago, one of which, now an adult, happened to be our guide.
And the exit. You just like emerge from the jungle.
My scooter wolf pack then grew by 3 as we explored the rest of the island together.
Nice.
It was a pretty cruisy rest of the day, because tomorrow I was finally going to learn how to scuba dive.
I took a few, babe.
The most amazing thing happened to me today while scuba diving. Luckily, there was an underwater photographer on the same trip. Just incredible photos from him. I'll attach a couple now. So me and my buddy were about 10 meters below surface level, and I suddenly hear a muffled "ooh," followed by a tap tap and a point, and directly above us, maybe 5 meters, a whale shark. Saw it blocking out the sun. It was by far maybe the most magical sight I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing, and I couldn't capture it on video because my GoPro can't be taken below 10 meters.
Since I had childhood asthma, learning to scuba dive meant jumping through a ton of medical hoops, but it was so worth it. I'd encourage anyone to give this a go themselves. I decided to check out Koh Phi Phi, despite a lot of people saying skip it, it's too busy.
Oh, it's super pretty though.
I started off with a typical island tour. Beginning with Monkey Beach and seeing everyone crowded around one monkey, I soon started regretting coming here.
Place is packed now.
It seemed like as soon as I started enjoying myself, crowds got in the way. This place is just crazy busy. Everywhere's crazy busy now. It's so popular. Even when snorkeling, I was left disappointed. I could start to understand why exactly they had closed down Maya Bay. I was planning on leaving Koh Phi Phi, but I met a bunch of people at my hostel who convinced me to join them on a private tour. Now this place is stunning. There's still a fuck ton of people here, but there's so much more space. This is a different monkey beach.
It is a different monkey beach, isn't it?
It is. It's a coordinated attack. That's hilarious. They actually all went at once to steal everyone's stuff. This is way better than the other monkey beach. It's just fucking insane. I was a bit unsure when I first decided to come to Koh Phi Phi, whether I was going to come or not. I'd heard from all these other travellers and online that it's dirty and overcrowded now. Well, I've seen my fair share of that, for sure. Sites like this just make it. I ended up having an awesome time in Phi Phi, but it was time to head to Railay. Railay, with its forests and limestone cliffs overlooking beautiful blue water, means it's a mecca for rock climbing. But first, I wanted to check out the rest of the island. It's a hike to get up here. People were turning back on the trail. But my god, it's worth it. Getting to the lagoon is actually pretty tough, which is why they advise tourists not to go. It's legit rock climbing. This is insane. Time for a dip. Holy shit. Fucking made it. God, I loved Railay. It might have been my favourite part of the whole trip. I met some amazing people. There's so much more to this place that I haven't shown. I could have easily stayed over a week, but unfortunately, I had to move on. The vibe of my trip suddenly changed as I tried couch surfing for the first time with an awesome local. And to make things even better, it was Songkran. The festivities continued with the main parade. Luckily for me, my couchsurfing host was really involved in the local LGBT community, allowing me an incredible experience. I then caught a short ferry ride over to Koh Phangan, where I spent the day touring around with my hostel. There was drinking and dancing all week long, and I ended up making a ton of friends, which was perfect in the lead up to the full moon party. A couple of Red Bulls and toasties later, we made it till morning. Mostly.
Well, the night before last and I guess yesterday morning were nuts. I had so much fun. I spent pretty much all of yesterday and half of today just recovering. Feeling way better now. Dreading the journey to Bangkok from here. It's going to be 15 hours or so.
I thought I was being pretty clever leaving 2 days after the full moon party. I was going to skip all the crowds. Boy, was I wrong. I can't imagine how crazy it must be the morning after.
It's 6 a.m. I just got here in Bangkok. I slept pretty well on the bus actually, it was alright.
But before I could check out Khao San Road, priorities first, there's a new season of Game of Thrones.
I'm really sad that I'm leaving Bangkok. I was only here 2 nights. I barely gave it a chance in reality. You know, I've been so hard pressed for time. I need to be in Nepal at a certain time. That means I need to do Lao before then. I could have spent all the extra time in Thailand and skipped Lao, but Lao's always been something that I've really wanted to do. It continues on that typical Banana Pancake Trail. So I've decided to sacrifice time in Bangkok and add it to Chiang Mai and Pai, which I think is more my scene, given I can come back to Bangkok and spend a week quite easily here. The biggest mistake I made is not coming Friday to Sunday, so I missed out on all the floating markets, which is like what I live for, right? I mean, you have this beautiful scenery along with this amazing street food. I just didn't get to experience any of that. So I'll definitely be back. Right now, I need to catch a flight to Chiang Mai. Funnily enough, the flight is cheaper than the taxi to the airport.
I started off by visiting an elephant sanctuary.
How do you do it? Do you do it?
Look here, look here.
Wait, one second.
Yes. Bé nóจะพูดขนาดนี้เลยฮะเดี๋ยวตัวแล้วผมมีค่อย
Pero ¿cómo? ¿Le doy o cómo? Dame la cosa. ¡Ay! Ya me
So apparently they run through 2 tour groups a day, which is probably the most you'd want, honestly. And any more than that and you're probably overworking the elephants. I mean, they'd have been trained to swim with you and walk with you, be fed and everything. It's probably as good as you can get. You're not riding the elephants, but you also still get that hands-on interaction with them. I understand that, like, there's still some cruelty here, right? Like they use positive punishment, that is like using a stick. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a hook normally, to teach the elephants not to be aggressive as long as that hook is around, which makes sense. It's for the safety of the tourists. It's necessary to have these type of experiences. So it's really a question of whether you can justify that ethically to yourself. Like, it's been a hard day for me personally, because it's like, you have this awesome experience with the animals, but it's tainted.
It's been about 6 months now, and I can definitively say, I wish I hadn't come here. During the tour, I ended up talking to the manager of the camp about how exactly the elephants are trained, and I wasn't happy. I hope elephant tourism will continue to shift towards a safari experience with no hands-on interaction at all. Some places have already started moving in this direction, which is where I'll be going next time I'm in Thailand. Going back to a happier note, we then checked out the markets of Chiang Mai.
This is so cute!
Yeah, that's amazing.
So we're just mucking around at the market for the Ladyboy show, and we actually ran into them in the background.
Like, you know, like, all of them still have to use.
There was only one way to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, cabaret.
It's raining men.
this unmissable experience, we hit the rest of the town. My last stop in Thailand was Pai.
So you've got to dress politely to visit temples in Thailand, of course. The lovely ladies who rent out the skirts. Oh, I'm naked. They gave me a skirt, but they seem to have left me with just a singlet. Apparently that's okay, I guess. No joke, it's like 40 degrees Celsius. I'm so bloody glad that I rented a motorcycle to get at least part way up. They say take off your shoes, but Jesus, my feet are fucking burning. You have to like stand in a little bit of shade that there is. So I don't think there's too much to do in Pai. Like there are hot springs, but it's way too hot for hot springs. You don't want to be sitting in a warm bath and it's like 40 degrees air temperature. Even at night when it cools down, it's still like 30. Pai Canyon tonight though, for sunset. That'll be really fun. Really looking forward to that. But yeah, Pai is just a chill out place. I thought it was going to be easier meeting people in the north of Thailand. I knew things would be a bit tough down in the south on all the islands. You know, people aren't necessarily travelling to the north. A lot of people just kind of like separate and go their own way in the south. But I thought from like maybe on Koh Phangan, I would meet people at the full moon party. Some of them would be going north, but that wasn't the case. I could have travelled with them to Koh Tao, but I really wanted to do northern Thailand. I thought I'd meet people in Bangkok, and people would be going to Chiang Mai, and they are, but like the few people that I met, our dates just didn't add up, right? People from Chiang Mai weren't going to Pai at the right time. I was always like a day off. If there were more travellers around, I think I'd have had a really like an even better time. Like I've really enjoyed Thailand. But if you can get a group of people together, I mean, you generally have more fun with more people, right? To a point. But, you know, in off season, the people just aren't here, you know? It just hasn't worked out as well for me. There's literally one person staying in this room with me. And they're really cool, but they're going to Koh Tao, right? And I need to take a slow boat now into Laos. Pai's really cool. It's really chillaxed. I really enjoyed meditation and yoga this morning. This is a place, I think, which is awesome to chill with friends and have fun, just exploring around on a motorbike, and there just aren't the people at this hostel. And it's a great hostel. People usually book here, right? But really it's just like a handful of people at this time of the year. I don't blame them. It's fucking hot. So yeah, I'm gonna head to Laos tomorrow. I need to minibus down from Pai to Chiang Mai and then catch a green bus, I think it is, over to Chiang. That's the border town with Laos. I'll probably spend a night there and then head over the border and catch a slow boat early the next morning.
Though I still have to say goodbye to Thailand by visiting Pai Canyon.